So my name is Jennifer Keating, and I'm one of the professional development specialists slash education consultants at Britannica. We are located right in downtown Chicago, so if you're ever in Chicago, drop in and see us. We'd love to have you. And today I'm just going to show you some of the resources that you have access to courtesy of Wills. And you can see I've got the BadgerLink logo up there because we also are a part of BadgerLink. And in BadgerLink, students have access to Britannica School all throughout Wisconsin. Also, the two Spanish databases that we have, the Moderna and the Escolar, are a part of the BadgerLink as well. And then we also have Britannica Library as a part of BadgerLink. So all of those resources you already have access to, your students have access to, your libraries have access to those already. And then some of the other resources that are available on Wills that I wanted to highlight today. One of the first one we have is the Britannica, oops, through this. Oh, there we go. The Britannica Academic Edition. And Britannica Academic is designed for exactly what the name is. It's college students, special libraries. We have a lot of private schools will utilize this, or prep schools, things like that. So these articles are written at an academic level. These are the Encyclopedia Britannica articles that your students or your patrons will be utilizing. We have over 120,000 encyclopedia articles in the academic edition. We have downloadable photos and videos. We've got journal and magazine articles along with the web's best sites. We've got a world atlas, which I really love. We've got a built-in Merriam-Webster dictionary as well. One of my favorite things here is that in every article, you can actually track the article history. You can see when our editors have gone and recently edited that article. They've added maybe some media pieces, they've updated information. So you can find that button in every article as well, which is really interesting. And we also have on the home page new and revised articles. So you can kind of see a running tally or running tab of all of the articles that are being updated on a day-to-day basis, and any articles that are being that are new and being added every day. So I think that's really an interesting piece that you can share with potential users to kind of show them that Britannica is, we are current, we are up to date, we are not an old collection of dusty articles sitting on a shelf somewhere. We have a great collection of editors who are constantly creating this information, creating these articles to share with our users. We've got reading tools in every article, like a read aloud and a Google Translate tool, automatic citation in every article. We've got My Research, which allows users to collect content and then access it later on. Of course, users have remote access. Much more, we've got a nice new, we're working on a new and improved interface. So all these things are kind of coming down. The new and improved interface will be coming down later on in the year, but we're really excited about it. So there's a lot of great resources within Britannica Academic. So it's one of my favorites. Another resource that we have, we've got Britannica LaunchPacks. And these LaunchPacks are designed for K-12 schools, public or private. And basically, these are collections, pre-made collections of Britannica content that teachers can then kind of customize those packs of content, and then they can easily share them with their students. So we've got packs for social studies, and we've got packs for science. We've got about 1,600 to 1,800 for each site, or for each side. So we've got quite a few there. And again, we've got Britannica articles in there, we've got images and media pieces in there, primary source documents. So for example, we just built one about the world health crisis that's going on right now. So in that article or in that launch pack, we've got 12 different articles, we've got 4 different images, 2 videos, and all kinds of great things built right inside that launch pack that makes it easy to share that content. And you can share it via Google Classroom, or you can share it easily with one link. So it's a great little resource. If you have any questions about it, you can always email me. I'll make sure to put my contact information up at the end. But we are actually doing a thing now. If you're interested, again, contact me, and you can actually have access to, if you have students, if you're a teacher, you're working in a school, you can actually access LaunchPacks for free through the end of, I believe it's May, to use with your students at home. So again, can send me an email and I can forward you along to the appropriate people. And again, LaunchPacks, it's efficient. We've got great content within each of the packs. It's very easy to use. It's very simple, very flexible to use, and it's active use of content by students. So we actually, within every article, students can annotate the content. They can mark notes that they want to return to later on. They can do all kinds of really neat things. So again, let me know if you have any questions about LaunchPacks. And the one I really wanted to kind of lean in on today is ImageQuest. ImageQuest is one of those resources. It's so simple to use, but yet you can use it for so many different things. Sort of like one of those Clorox white sponges, right? You think you're just going to use it for one thing, but you end up using it for everything. That's my experience anyway. But with ImageQuest, it's basically a collection of over 3 million rights cleared images. These are images you can use for any kind of educational purpose. The only thing I've come across that you can't use them for are things like yearbooks, anything that might generate money. You can't use them for, but any kind of educational purpose that you might have, projects, presentations, websites, newsletters, you can use any of these images for those purposes. Great, we work with some amazing collections, Getty Images, National Geographic. They share these images with us, and then we can share those images with you. We have automatic citations on every image as well, so it's really easy to, once you collect that image, it's really easy to then find that citation information to make sure that you're not leaving any important information out. We've got some saving and organizing tools built in as well, and it's safe for everyone to use because we have so many images. If you ever find anything that you think is really inappropriate, does not belong in there, just shoot us an email and we can let our editors know and they can remove that image. 9.999 times out of 10, it's not going to be any kind of issue at all. So it's safe searching as well. So let me go ahead and actually, here's some different uses for ImageQuest before we take a look at ImageQuest. School websites, student homework, reports, presentations, parent newsletters, school and district-wide mailings, which is going to be really nice right now, especially teachers are emailing things home to students and families. It's nice to have this nice big collection of resources to pull from. Learning aids, study guides, and even tests or formative different kinds of assessments. Curriculum development even, and you can, it's quest.eb.com is the link. So I'm actually going to go there now. Let me get back over to my little Zoom bars all over the place. Okay, make that a little bit bigger for you all. There we go. So here is the homepage of LaunchPacks. That's not what we want. We want quest.eb.com. Here we have the homepage of Britannica ImageQuest. Again, all those different rights cleared images. So anywhere here in the top and across the search bar, you can type in anything you want. And let's say that you and your students are studying the pyramids of Egypt. Maybe you could plug in pyramids. And you can see up here, I've got over 4,700 images that come back with my search. If you want to, you can, of course, pare that search down even further. A couple of things, you can actually browse by different collections. If there's one of these collections that you really like, you can browse those different collections and just pull back resources from that collection. You can browse by shape, which I think is really neat. If a student is looking for a particular shape, maybe they're making a poster or they're doing something on their website, they need a specific shape, they can pull out by different shapes. And then you can also kind of look at the different types of viewing of your resources. You can look at a grid view or a more kind of like Google-esque view here. And if you find an image that you like, all you need to do is just click on it and it will open up for you. And you can see, kind of get it in a clearer image, and then even further, there's a little magnifying glass in the corner. You can get an even larger image here. What I like about all these images, it's so easy to find that citation information. It's just going to be right below that image right there. So just click on it. You can see we've got different types of citation styles. We can also add to my images, and my images is up here in the top right corner. That is your kind of personal account for holding on to any of these images. Of course, the links are also permanent, so if you don't want to deal with my images, you can also just collect the links up here and share those. You can download any of these images directly to your computer or to your Google Drive, and those will save as a PDF. And then from there, they're really easy to plop into PowerPoints or print out whatever you need to do with them. You can email them to other Britannica ImageQuest users, and you can also, of course, print them out. And if you use Google Classroom at all, you can also share these via Google Classroom. So you can put these right into Google Classroom and then, have your students or create questions and assignments around these different images and have your students responding to those questions and assignments. I also like to point out up here, there's a little Google Classroom, and this will actually save all of your search results to your Google Classroom. So if you are, again, maybe you're a math teacher and you're talking about different types of pyramids, share this collection with your students and have them, see the different types of pyramids. It's not just, something in Egypt. We have all kinds of different pictures or different images of pyramids in here. So you can save this entire collection to your Google Classroom if you want. And the other thing I really like to point out here, across the top, we've got project ideas. And so in these project ideas, we've got a couple of different projects here. There's 4 main ones, but again, these are sort of wide enough that you can use them with a lot of different topics, classrooms, subject areas, that kind of thing. The first one is an image story, and this is basically retelling a story using images that you pull from Britannica ImageQuest. So maybe it's a story that a student has written, or maybe it's a story that they're learning about in literature class, or maybe you're just telling a story of someone's life, a biography of somebody, or their own autobiography, whatever the case may be. They can use the images to tell a story, which I think is really interesting. And if I click on this, it actually gives me all the information I need for that. And then down here, I also have examples for elementary, middle, and high school. Another image project idea that we have, image dictionary, basically using the images here to kind of define or explain what a word means. I love this, especially for social studies and science. It's really social studies when you're talking about some of those different phrases and key terms from American history or international history, world history. You can use some of these images to explain those terms. It's kind of an interesting idea. Best in search is just a little activity to help students build their searching skills, their keyword searching skills. And then the unit wrap up, again, kind of similar to an image story, but you can go at the end of a unit, use the unit wrap up to explain what you've learned over the course of the unit, or explain, a compelling question that your teacher wants you to explain to the class, whatever the case may be. And again, there's examples for elementary, middle, and high. So I really like those project ideas, an easy way to kind of find some different ways to use Britannica ImageQuest. And then down here along the bottom, I also really want to make sure to point this out, and that is our collection. And if I scroll down here and click on that little link, I can look at the clip art collection, or whatever their kind of featured collection is of the day. And then I can also go down here to browse all collections. And you can see all the different incredible collections that we get to work with to make this collection and share it with you. We've got some really amazing companies that we work with. Really excited. So that is ImageQuest. Again, very simple to use. So I can't recommend it highly enough. It's an easy add-on because you already have access to Britannica School. This is just a nice, easy add-on to make sure that your students are able to access this great content without having to jump through a million hoops. And also, if you use Britannica School, this integrates nicely with Britannica School. Whenever the students run a search in Britannica School, they'll find an arrow that leads them to ImageQuest in their image results. So if they have ImageQuest and Britannica School. You can see here we've got some incredible support resources. They're not just for teachers and librarians, they're for parents, anyone. You can go to britannicalearn.com/resources and see all of the support resources for all of our online products, including the products we showed today, the Britannica Academic, LaunchPacks, and ImageQuest. You can kind of browse around, look at guided tours. We've got some little video clips. So you can kind of just dig around on your own if you want to. Also, britannicalearn.com will give you more information about each of those resources as well.
Thank you so much, Jennifer.
Of course.
We did have a question.
Sure.
When you were talking about downloads as a PDF, did you mean JPEGs or do they actually save?
I meant JPEGs. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out.
Okay.
Yes, I meant JPEGs.
Okay. Thanks, Tammy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the images download as JPEGs. Got PDFs and JPEGs on the brain. Just real quickly, here's my contact information. I'm Jennifer Keating. I'm an education consultant, so I'm not in the sales, I'm not a sales rep. If you have any questions about the products, you can reach out to me. You can also reach out to Lillian Terry. She is your rep. You can get her at lterry@eb.com. And then if you have any questions about anything else, contact edsupport@eb.com as well.
That's fantastic. Thank you. And I will tell everybody that's listening, if you're interested in quotes, you'll want to use the Will's price quote request form. If you would like a trial of ImageQuest, you'll want to reach out either to myself or to Lil, and she can help you. And if you have questions on BadgerLink, anything related to BadgerLink, you can either contact them directly, because that's where we end up sending people, or feel free to reach out to me and I can connect you with the proper person there. Thank you so much, Jennifer, for your flexibility.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Everyone out there, stay safe, stay healthy. I know we're all kind of going stir crazy, so hang in there.
Same to you. We really appreciate it.
Have a good one.
Thank you.